it up. Check it out.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Seismic Gaming Solar Raid Competitive Scrim number 7. My name is Retro, and welcome to the stream slash scrim. This one is going to be a little bit sweatier than usual, even though they're always casual, because Genie requested it that way. We've got Team Buck, consisting of Jordan, Unfriendly, Anvil, Genio, and Moose, going up against Team Castle, Vig, Klein, Dentist, Cloak, and Kozak. This is yet another... Is that... Did I ping people fine? I think so. Yeah, I did. This is gonna be another rendition of Jordan going up against Cloak. And, you know, I think we're all expecting Vig to kind of carry his team a little bit. He's known to do that. But I wonder whether Genio is gonna carry his. I would expect it from somebody like Genio, but, you know, you never know. He might not. We're about to head into the map bans right about now. You know, for anyone who might be new here to the stream or to our scrims that may not know, we have a bit of a modified competitive map pool consisting of 11 ranked maps, so it's a bit expanded on the usual competitive map pool that you have in Pro League. It consists of Border, Chalet, Clubhouse, Coastline, Consulate, Emerald Plains, Canal, Oregon, and Outback. Well, at the moment, we also don't have Skyscraper and Villa. Those are currently not in the map pool, even though they usually are, because we have a rule that 2 of the most recently played maps are out of the map pool for the most current scrim, so that we can keep things fresh, and so that we don't get repeats on the same map over and over again. You know, I would love to see Emerald Plains. I don't think we've had Emerald Plains in a scrim at all so far, not a competitive one at least. We've had a couple casuals on it. But, you know, you never know. I would not love to see Clubhouse or Oregon. I think that those are, like, way overplayed in just pretty much every single way of the game. So, I would love an Emerald Plains. I would love a Canal. Outback wouldn't bother me. Pretty much anything apart from, like, Club, Oregon, and Chalet. We've had a lot of Chalet in the past. In the Demon Vale tournament, we had it twice in a row, which was, you know, it kind of gets on your nerves at that point when you have to play it for that long, or you have to cast it for that long, especially, you know, myself, I casted those games. You have to cast it, you know, 2 times in a row. It gets a little bit boring, is pretty much it. There's nothing really against it. I love Chalet. Chalet is one of my favorite maps, but just in terms of, like, scrims and casting them, it gets a little bit overwhelming sometimes. Right, well, hopefully these map bans get underway soon, so that we can figure out where we're gonna head off to. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I think if I would have to place my bets, and I do think that Team Buck are banning first, I do think that they're gonna get rid of Outback straight away. I know some people on the team don't quite like that map all that much, and I understand it. The map's not the best. You know, it's quite difficult to attack. Sometimes it's difficult to defend. You know, there's not a lot of entryways. Those walls, even when you get them open, they still don't really give you an entry to sight. There's a lot of bottlenecks, so I understand why people don't really like Outback. I like it. I liked it even before the rework. I like it even more after. I think that it's a pretty decent map. It's far from being my favorite, but it's not something that I hate. A map that I don't want to see right off the bat, Consulate. Can't stand it, hate playing it, I hate casting it. Just, if I can avoid it, I am a happy man. If I can't avoid it, well then, obviously not. Oh my goodness, and there we go. First ban goes out onto Border from Team Buck. I guess I was mistaken thinking that they were going to get rid of Outback immediately. Maybe they want Outback, or maybe they know that Outback's not going to make it, so they want to just get rid of Border right away. Make sure that Team Castle can't maybe stick it around for longer. There we go, Consulate. I'm happy. Emerald Plains goes out next. I get it, people aren't that used to the map, even though it's been in the game for nearly a year now. It's just been such a long time getting immediately banned that people just haven't ever learned it. I don't know. I really hate that for Emerald Plains because I think that it's a good map. Well, good. It's a decent map. So I really hate that people don't play it simply because they've never learned it. Coastline goes out next. I think that I could have seen that coming from Team Castle, playing against Genio, who is known to be a very heavy fragger. I think they just want to get Genio as far away from a map like Coastline where you can just rush and gun in. There we go. Outback is predicted goes out, as does Canal. So I think no matter what, it's going to end up on one of the maps that I didn't want to see. But, you know, if it's going to have to be between one of these three, I'd most like to see Chalet. But I think we might end up on Oregon. And I think the Oregon or Clubhouse might not be in the pool next month. Or I guess this month. Because this map pool is only valid until the 6th of February. And we like to rotate the maps, you know, once a month. Sometimes more if nothing really changes. There we go. Clubhouse and Oregon both out. We get the Chalet. And I wonder what Team Buck is going to choose. Whether they're going to choose the defender attack first. There you go. There we go. They choose to attack first. So this is going to be quite an interesting matchup. That's for sure. And we are just about getting ready to begin this matchup. I'm very excited. I think this is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. Yeah, everyone just getting settled in the lobby. Although it seems like we're having some technical issues, so we will be returning shortly. I apologize for the And we are back. The match, Team Buck versus Team Castle, is officially underway. I apologize again for the inconvenience. We had some issues with the lobby, but everything is settled now, and we can get started. I am genuinely surprised that the servers lasted this long. I'm going to be honest. I was fully expecting the servers to have died about right as we were going to get into the game. So I'm happy to not have to deal with dead servers. And the first ban coming from Team Buck is Kali, which is a fair ban, I guess, on Chalet with that gazebo through the big window and, you know, easy to open up that basement wall, but is that really a worthwhile ban? I don't know that that's even a target ban against anybody. Does anybody on Team Castle even play Kali all that much? I don't think so. Or that was rather Team Castle banning the Kali, which is even more confusing because I would assume that that was, you know, maybe a Vig or Cloak play her, but on Team Buck, absolutely no one plays her, so this is really confusing. Jackal and Valkyrie come out next. I think that was to be expected. Pretty standard bans. You'll see anything these days in this game. They ban Jaeger. I think that might only be a target ban against Genio, but is that a worthwhile ban? I mean, Genio can pop off for pretty much any operator and any gun. I don't know that that was a good decision from Team Castle, but, you know, it'll be what it'll be, I guess. That's all that I can say on that. And we see Team Castle heading out to master bedroom and office, aka the top floor site first. It is currently in the current seismic meta.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Preferred site. It is the primary site, the one that people tend to defend the most. I know that in Pro League it's a bit different, but yeah, in seismic, in the current seismic competitive realm, this is the most popular site. We do see that Soul is being brought immediately, so she'll be able to get rid of any drones that are coming out into the bomb site. Bringing as well the Cade and the Mute, which is very good. Although, I don't know if Vig is planning on Cade tricking, since the attackers do have the Thatcher at their disposal. But I guess we'll have to see. Anvil bringing the Zero, who is extremely good this season after the extended barrel buff. Klein looks like he's going to be playing behind the shield inside of Solarium. Now, I don't know how smart of an idea that is, considering that he doesn't have any Womai magnets or anything protecting him from any sort of utility. Cloak already in an engagement. Oh, that wasn't an engagement. He infected himself and hurt himself. That Osa from Moose already setting up on the office door. One C4 goes out, and there goes Kozak with the first kill onto Genio. That's the hard breach gone. So that's a huge pick. Not even a minute passed so far, and they've already got a pretty strong advantage. Considering that that is the hard breach gone. They do still have those can openers on the Capital of Jordan, but ooh. Big takes out Moose as well. Suddenly, that's a 3v4. Now, this isn't a horrible position for the attackers to be in. Team Buck can definitely still pull this off. They do have the scan openers. Thatcher's still alive. They have Zero, who has both burn utility and, of course, information. They have information on Cloak, the Solus, below, or they know that he's in bar, but do they know that he's moved around? It looks like they do, but does he know that they're hunting him? He does now, as they engage with him a little bit. They have enough time to be engaging like this. He knows Jordan's there, but Jordan knows as well, and Jordan takes him out. I think that was a little bit of a ping advantage there for Jordan. Of course, Cloak playing all the way from the United States, and we're on West EU servers at the moment. But nevertheless, he wins the gunfight. Anvil on the roof. It looks like he's going to try and go through West Main. Jordan messes up the double can opener, opening of the wall, and I think that's Vig prone right on the breach that could cause trouble. But that's, of course, if Jordan doesn't spot him first, and I don't think that he will. And Friendly takes out Klein, and all of a sudden it's a 3v2 for these attackers, but they've only got 30 seconds left, and Jordan has no clue about Vig, who's right underneath the breach. This could be a horrible situation here for the attackers. Jordan vaults in, and it's Vig to clean up 2, leaving Anvil in a 1v1 without the diffuser.
15 seconds
Anvil pushing up from solar stairs. He knows he's got to be in office. Not enough time. He shoots a little bit, gives himself away. Has to go through the rotate, and it's Anvil who wins the gunfight. It's a matter of pre-fire. Great job there from Anvil to actually win that round. It wasn't looking like Team Castle could have it, but they brought it out in the end anyway. Great job from Team Castle. Or from Team Buck. I'm sorry, I keep messing up the names. But that was most definitely Team Buck who won that round. And what a huge round it was for them to win. Or rather, what a huge clutch there from Anvil in the dying seconds of the round. They're going to be chancing it again upstairs. This time bringing a slightly different lineup.
Defenders
Bringing those impact grenades on both the Thunderbird and the Legion. Not on the Rook, however. Also, the Rook seems to be playing the shotgun pistol combo, which it can work, but it's obviously not ideal. And despite having 2 shotguns, they've already wasted an impact, which they could have used on the Osa, which the attackers are still bringing. It looks like that's another impact wasted on God knows what.
10 seconds left.
I don't even know where they threw that thing.
5 seconds left before insertion.
I don't know, but they wasted 2
Attackers
impacts
locate
for
and defuse a bomb.
pretty much no reason when they have 2 shotguns and an Osa to deal with. Oh, they have another set of impacts on the Solus. I'd missed that. But still, I feel like it was not necessary for them to use those impacts at all when they've got 2 shotguns on the board. Looks like Moose is going to be attacking from the piano side this time as opposed to that office balk. Both Osa shields being placed on these windows right away. I mean, that's... He picked them up, so I guess it's not a total... totally useless, but it's going to be Kozak with those proxy alarms to get up close and personal on the Osa, as is Vig from all the way from mezzanine, and that's Moose winning that gunfight as the rest of the attack starts to commence on the other side. Genio this time still alive, getting that breach open pretty early on, only a minute gone so far, and I think that was only to gain a little bit of information. Jordan with the IQ below, destroying any sort of utility, but he has no idea about the Legion of Cloak playing inside of Kitchen. I think that was a bit of an oversight. He knew that that was reinforced. He should have been a little bit more careful, and in another attempt to engage, Moose loses the gunfight against Dentist, bringing this to a 3v3. Attackers currently without diffuser, droning out the site. They know there's one in bedroom. Do they know anything else? Genio slowly making his way inside of sight. He knows there's one in piano. Engaging again. And it's Cloak from bedroom to take Genio out, leaving Anvil and Unfriendly all to themselves. Unfriendly takes out Cloak. That's the Solus gone, so now they can plant without being spotted. Anvil wide swings that door, and he does take out Dentist. Unfriendly going for the plant. It's all down to Klein. He tries to swing, but it's Anvil to win the gunfight yet again. And another round for Team Buck. I mean, is it just me who's feeling like these are rounds that Team Castle absolutely should be winning? I mean, they're winning gunfights left and right, and yet they just can't seem to hold on to any type of advantage that they might gain. I also think that it really hurt them to have banned the Kali instead of the Thatcher, because they can't keep that wall closed at all. I mean, it worked out in the first round, but they still couldn't win it. So I don't know if that's really going to work. They're going to bar gaming this time. Bringing that Mira, of course, is going to be crucial. And I do want to point out, they've brought the Frost every single round so far. or they brought it. This is the second round that they bring in the Frost. The Frost did absolutely
Attackers have
nothing.
located a bomb.
Is that a point to Team Buck's drone game, or are the Frosts just sort of not in places where Team Buck could be? It's tough to tell right now, considering that we didn't see them get placed, but I think this is a bit of a misplay. They are thankfully setting up upstairs, but without a Jaeger and they're not bringing a Womai, this is going to be pretty much impossible to hold
5
on
seconds
to.
left before insertion.
They have a lot of...
Attackers objective
Well,
is
they
to
actually
defuse a
don't
bomb.
really have any. I thought that the Buck would also be bringing the flashbangs, but they're just bringing the one set of flashbangs
Attackers have
on
dropped the bomb
the
diffuser.
Maverick,
Attackers
and
will cover the diffuser.
the one set of nades on the Buck of Genio, on the Sledge of Genio. Genio as well, the Sledge,
The attackers
taking the diffuser, of course. Okay, he gets rid of the diffuser, make sure that he does not have it. Meanwhile, Jordan and Friendly trying to attack through bottom floor. They have an idea about Kozak. They actually droned him out. Jordan in an early engagement against Muzzy. Kozak, very low HP, decides to fall back, get back onto the upper floor, and that's a lot of drone utility now being wasted just hunting down Kozak. He shoots another drone. That's a lot of information just gone. And Genio and Dentist take out, Dentist and Big take out 2, leaving Team Buck in a not so ideal situation. Make that even worse now as Kozak takes that on Friendly. Moose unable to push up further because of so much vertical control that they have from upstairs. Moose, unaware that Kozak is still below, leaves Anvil all to his own outside of Bar Game's window. Hops into Mudroom, and that's where his push will end as Cloak cleans up, and it's the first flawless round so far of the game, and it's the first round for Team Castle to put themselves out there. I mean, this is a rough match so far. I think it's going to be a pretty much a back and forth. But I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Because both of these teams have had rounds that they absolutely should have won. I mean, they knew exactly where Kozak was at all times, and they still couldn't win those gunfights against him. He wasted so much drone utility down there. He also killed Moose. Elsewhere, I don't even know where Dentist and Big picked up their kills, but
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
this is kind of looking like a rough match. Although I'll give them to them, it's only third round, so it might not be so bad as we get a little bit further in.
Activate jammer.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah, close on. Yes, deployed.
10 seconds to insertion.
Active drone. Bullseye.
5 seconds to go.
Deployed. Sensor on. Checking for electronics. We're set.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
Reloading ammo. Jammer initiated.
Back upstairs they go. Team Castle, they're gonna try this one more time. It didn't work out for them twice in a row, although it got closer than it should have, so maybe this time they're finally gonna be able to close it out. It looks like they're gonna change up their push a little bit by doing a sort of multi-split take. Taking out, taking multiple, sides at the same time. First setting up on Solarium, then pushing also Library as well as Office Bell. So this is going to
Drones ready.
be quite a spread out push, but I don't know if that's necessarily a positive thing. Moose misdrones the Muzzy Kozak inside of basement, as well as that Solus finally finds Kozak.
Electrosensor active.
And if only he had known how close he got there to a potential wall bang.
Lights out. CMP
Vig looks like he's going to be cage tricking, but I don't know if it's going to necessarily work out. It doesn't matter though, because Unfriendly, because a Dentist takes out Genio, the hard breach. And this time, Anvil is not bringing those can openers on the 0, so they've got no way of getting into sight. Actually, 2 people on piano balcony. Big catches a glimpse of both. Not quite enough to get a kill though. Couple punch holes and a nade that landed right on him. Doesn't actually kill him. Couple more shots land, and finally it's Moose to take out Vig. Anvil still hunting the Mozzie. Finally found him at the bottom of fireplace stairs. It's all up to Klein and Cloak with a minute on the clock to try and salvage this round. It's Cloak who dies from the bathroom window, unaware of the sledge on bathroom balcony. It's Klein winning a gunfight against Unfriendly, but only to down him. That rotate being a little bit bugged allows Jordan to pick up the final kill and to win this round for Team Buck. I mean, it's another round where you'd think that Team Castle would absolutely have this, especially after killing Genio yet again, the hard breach, and immediately traded out. Then Kozak dies as well, and they just can't seem to hold on to the advantage that they gain. Team Buck make themselves even on this half. Is Team Castle going to be able to make it even as well? Make this an even split 3-3, or after choosing to go basement this time, will they be able to actually win it? Bringing the Mira as well as the Tachanka LMG. This could be an interesting play. Dentist as well, bringing the castle. I wonder if that's going to be to hold upstairs, or if that's going to be used downstairs. Cloak as well, bringing the Azami, who can be huge for exactly this, holding blue stairs. It eliminates a lot of lines of sight that are crucial when defending blue, and it looks like they are going to be using those castle barricades on site, or at least they're going to be using one of them. I don't know if they're going to be utilizing any more of them. I think they should. It's going to be Cloak on top floor roaming. I think that Team Buck definitely want to make sure that they are aware. It's Genio making it straight in into trench. So far not being drone. And it looks like it is going to be Dentist upstairs.
Loading mag.
With the castle. However, he's being surrounded as we see Moose as well starting to drone out this side of the map where we see Dentist. It's Genio holding the other side. Meanwhile, the attack is already commencing on these wine walls to get those breaches opened up. And first engagement, it's Unfriendly over Klein to make this a 5v4. So far, Vig with a nice peek onto Unfriendly. Genio takes out Cloak on that roam, and that is huge. But is he aware of Dentist on the roam as well? He is now, as Dentist tries to make himself a rotate. It's Genio that wins that gunfight, and suddenly in a 2v4, it's Kozak and Vig. A perfectly cooked nade from Genio to take out Kozak, leaving Vig in a 1v4. To win this round, he will have to ace. Those fuse charges coming down on top of him. 2 players inside of trench. He could win this. They do spot him, though, on the drones. He swings again. He gets the twitch. That's a double now for Vig. Every which way has an attacker looking at Vig, and it's Anvil from inside of trench to take out Vig. Another round on the board for Team Buck, and Team Castle are just absolutely crumbling, which I guess goes along with the name. Team Castle are crumbling, and it's really tough to watch. If you take a look at the scoreboard, we can see that it's not down to a lack of kills. They are getting the kills. I think it's more just being unable to hold on to any advantage that they gain throughout the entire half. This has been a theme for them. They gain an advantage quickly, and then they can't hold on to it. Even in the first round, where it was the most winnable situation ever for Vig, for Team Castle, really, it was a 3v1. And then all of a sudden, it makes it a 1v1. And a gunfight that Vig never should have lost. Going back to Bar Gaming, last time this didn't really work out, or this is the only time that they won. Never mind. Yeah, that was the only time that they won. Pretty much due to Kozak wasting so much time down below, and then Vig and Dentis getting an early pick. But, I mean, is that going to work out again? Especially now that they know the Kozak is below again, and this time, although playing Cav, he's been spotted. So, I don't know how much is that's really going to do, especially when they do drone a lot, and they don't really push alone all that much. I don't know how much this is going to work. Genio already starting the search for Kozak. He missed Jones him inside of wine. He had to have seen him at that point. He had to have seen him. I don't think he saw him, and that's Jordan as well on the other end, droning from the other side. There is no way they don't know. There is no way they don't know. Well, they do now, as Genio picks up Kozak, and that's a great early pick for Team Buck. The rest of Team Castle still surrounding site. A couple playing above still. But that's Klein, and he's getting swiftly pushed away. A perfect nade nearly takes him out from below. And that's another kill. Make that another as Jordan and Unfriendly both take one. The pick that they got onto Genio was not quite as worth as we thought it may be. Vig through the floor! Downs Unfriendly, I don't think he knows. And that Flores drone is going to push Vig out of the position that he's playing inside of bar, or inside of pantry, as well as take out the Kona station that is near him. Cloak, I don't know that he's aware that the ace is down. He's getting pushed from the office balcony as well. Unfriendly just might get not res, though he's getting res right now. And it's Cloak to take out two of them. He was baiting that res. It's all up to Jordan now. This could be another round for Team Castle if they play this right. 2v1, 45 seconds left on the clock. Jordan does have the diffuser, but can he win this? They have the soulless Cloak on drones, getting active pings and leaving Vig in a 1v1, both on full HP. A lot of those vertical angles play in Vig's favor. Vig could absolutely win this if Jordan is not careful. He's going to be opening up this bar hatch. But that's not the hatch that he's going to drop. He drops the other hatch. Vig knows where he is. And it's Vig to win the gunfight with a little pre-fire straight onto his head. Jordan in a crouch position can't do much. But that was a great effort from Team Buck. It got way closer than it should have gotten. And another round for Team Castle to put themselves at least 2 rounds into the half. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, Chalet is one of those maps that is a little bit more attacker-sided than it is defender-sided, so it might work out for them. They might, they might not have done so well on the previous half defending, but they might do a little bit better attacking. However, Team Buck only really need 1 round. If they win this first round, Team Castle are on a huge back foot. They already have a pretty big comeback to come from. They're 2 rounds behind. But if you're 3 rounds behind and a step away from match point, that's going to be really, really difficult to come back from. Team Buck not playing any games, going straight for the basement defense, bringing that Azami to block off the drone hole so that Genio can bandit trick, of course, without a Jaeger, and obviously opted to not bring the Lumai. They have to get creative with how they're going to protect their bandit. Although I don't know that that's going to matter too much, considering that Klein is bringing the Maverick. And they just might be using that Ace and Thatcher to breach the wine walls and leave the front wall all down to Klein. I think it's going to be Jordan on the Azami roaming upstairs. That could be huge. Unfriendly playing inside of sight with this mirror window, which could be huge. Genio getting ready to see someone, to have somebody challenge him, but I don't think he's going to get it. Or maybe he is, because I don't too many attackers coming up the other way around. It is going to be Kozak trying to breach this wall, but he doesn't have Big with him. Big on the other side of the map trying to breach the wine wall, and it's Unfriendly pushing out onto the breach to get a kill, immediately traded out by Cloak. That hatch soft as well could spell trouble. Jordan still on the roam. He's the one to break the hatch to gain a little bit of vertical pressure. It's Cloak to take out Anvil.
Barrier formed. Cuba deployed.
Genio now forced to push back to Pillar as the Tigers are starting to swarm the site all over the place. Jordan getting hunted upstairs. He knows exactly that there he is. Great kill there from Jordan on to Big. Genio taking a lot of damage on that firebolt. Takes out Cloak, but it's Kozak immediately to trade it out. Jordan still
Cuba activated.
upstairs. He does barricade off the wall with the Kiba, but how much is that really going to do? Moose clearly unaware where the attackers are coming from, as he's still trying to search for them inside of blue, where they haven't been all round. Fine, unaware. Oh no, that's he's an attacker. He's fine to be undrawn. That's really fine. Jordan holding a power position onto the breach. This could be huge if he can get a pick here. But it will all depend on whether or not Moose stays alive. And Moose joining him upstairs for I don't know what reason. Going back downstairs, the smart choice. And there goes Jordan with the vertical angle onto Kozak. Klein vaults in, but it's Moose to pick it up. And Team Buck now 5-2 up. Put themselves one round away from match point. If I were Team Castle, I would take a pronto timeout right now. They need to fix whatever the hell is not working on that team. And again, it's not for a lack of trying. They have more kills, or some of them, they have more kills than Team Buck. And it's not only the kills in Siege either. So it's not in the kills. It's in just not being able to hold on to any advantage. Every single kill that they do get, immediately traded out. Every single breach that they open, immediately closed, or their hard breach is gone before they can even breach.
Attackers need to
Their vertical pressure gone. I mean, their roam clear is non-existent. Just everything that they do doesn't seem to work out, and I really wonder what the issue seems to be. Team Buck putting themselves upstairs this time. Jordan, I believe he's going to be cage tricking. We've praised him before in the past. He's an absolute ace with the cage tricking. If you're gonna put anybody to that task, I would put Jordan to it. He's really good at it. You know, unless there's a bandit on the board, we don't talk about that.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Genio as well, bringing the Solus, playing inside a basement. Now that is a huge, big brain move there from Genio to be playing as the Solus, So he's able to spot any drones that may be coming his way and keep himself afloat for longer. Kozak with the 3x scope on Dokebi's DMR. I have not seen that in quite a while. I have to admit that. Genia remains unspotted below, as I believe does Moose, who is the pulse, who could really spell some trouble for the attackers. This castle really slowing down any pushes they might be having. Jordan safely on cams. Cams? What the fuck was that? On cams inside of sight. And there goes the Kaid trick.
Bomb located by attackers.
He gets 2 Selma charges. C4 that doesn't really do anything. And more of those EMPs are coming out. I don't think he's going to be able to get this wall. He does, and that's all 3 Selmas now gone. Huge play from Jordan. The rest of the attackers coming into library, I think still unaware of Genio and Moose. Genio at the top of the fireplace stairs. It's Vig that finds him, and that's a huge pick. Moose. C4 already wasted, or might be replaced. That Dokebi call comes in the perfect time to grant Vig the kill. 3v5 for the defenders with a minute left on the clock. The attack repositioning onto Solarium stairs. Are they aware of this at all? I don't think that they are. They might be now. The Mozzie might be. And it doesn't matter as Vig gets a 3k. This could be an ace for Vig. Unfriendly gets a kill onto Dentist. And it's Unfriendly to get a kill onto Vig as well. Jordan on the other side takes out Klein. In another engagement against Cloak, he loses it. Unfriendly now. 1v2. 30 seconds left on the clock. The attackers do not have the diffuser. He knows that it's in Solarium. He is going to drop all the way down. And he's going to be holding on as much as he can. Shoots out that cam because the attackers also have access to them via the Dokebi. They know he's below, but I don't think they're going to be hunting him. They got the diffuser. They're going to be planting. He has no idea where they're going to be planting at. Cloak can't find the right button to plant. He finds it finally. Unfriendly, pushing up the Solarium stairs. Looks the wrong way for a moment. He knows they have to be in bedroom. One inside of closet, one close on the wall. Prone. That is Cloak. And it's that's Kozak, actually, my bad. It's Kozak to win another round for Team Castle. 5-3. Rat says Jordan. I don't think that was a ratty play. I think that was just another round for Team Castle that got way closer than it ever should have. Maybe a bit of a misplay from Unfriendly to go all the way down to be so far away from any type of information, but I think he was trying to play it safe. I think the optimal way to do that, your Castle, you have a super shorty in pocket, use it, make vertical angles straight onto that diffuser. Make it so that they can't get it. That no matter what they do, they can't get it. Obviously, you still might lose the gunfight against those vertical angles that you made. But I still don't think that running away and trying to see what happens is a good strategy. Back upstairs they go. Chancing it once more. Jordan this time bringing the cap can. That might catch somebody off guard, but I think that the Team Castle are droning enough to where it shouldn't be a problem. Genio again bringing the Solus, playing below. Now the Solus Pulse roam game could have been better. I think that the Dokebi's presence hurt them a little bit. Genio hunting drones outside of the front door. That's Kozak absolutely playing hooky, and there he goes. Genio takes out another drone. That's a drone wasted there from Team Castle. Moose playing Thorn, putting these traps into the floorboards. I will say the floorboard strategy doesn't always work. You might put them in the floorboards and then they don't even go off because the hit registration is absolutely dog shit in this game. So, you might want to be careful, and immediately on the rappel on the big window is Dentist, who nearly falls off the roof there. And I think that would have been to his death. I don't think you survive a fall like that on this side, rather. Using more of those breach charges for the window as well, I believe.
Deploying a charge. Lights out. Mental breach activated.
And as that wall gets opened up, Moose is stuck behind the shield on half wall. Who was that? Somebody was in an engagement right now, but I don't know who I switched to. There goes Anvil. Trying to get a couple picks. Now this wall being soft could hurt him a little bit. He's not careful. He knows there's people coming in below. But Genio is down here as well, who could also get some picks. Nobody coming in through the basement, so Genio might be wasting his time a little bit. It's Jordan who was below as well. Rotates all the way through Solarium stairs to put himself back into safety. As the attack seems to be coming from this
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
east side.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
They have drones on Moose. They know exactly where he is. One little pre-fire and he could be dead. Moose still completely unaware of the information that they have. And that's a trade
Deploying code.
somehow from Genio and Cloak with the Claymore and a headshot. I would really love to see how that happened. Kozak taking a lot of damage and finally dying to Anvil. Friendly in another engagement here on the office back doors. 30 seconds left on the clock. And the attackers are a little bit disjointed. They also don't have the diffuser in hand, so they're going to have to push for sight. Moose still unmoved. Moose is dead. Never mind. Vig takes out Unfriendly. Claymore's off the rotate to protect himself as he does go for the plant. It's all down to Anvil and Jordan. It's actually all down to Vig. Anvil C4 misses. And it's Anvil's gun that does not miss. Another round for Team Buck. Team Buck now on match point. Jordan threatening to TK Anvil there to get the diffuser points. Decides not to, thankfully. And here we are. Match point for Team Buck. You know, when I made these teams, well, I didn't make them. The algorithm made them according to the SEP value, which is Seismic Expected Player Performance. AKA, it's compiled of your kills, your objectives, your cost, entry, everything. Pretty much every single stat that we track, and we track a lot of them, thanks to Jordan. Every single one of those stats is then being put into a formula that calculates your expected player performance in a seismic scrim. The more you play, the more balanced out it gets, but it works for any amount of scrims, and I think that might break that Kiba. It miraculously does not. I really thought that I would have broken it. Yeah, your SEP value is then calculated, and that's what determines which team you're going to be on. It makes it so that both teams have about an equal SEP value, average SEP value for their players. And when these teams were made, I thought, well, this is going to be a really,
5 seconds to go.
you know, even match. I thought, well, you know, Team Castle, they've got Dentist, they've got Cloak, they've got Big. There's no way they don't, you know, there's no way this isn't a back and forth. And I'm thinking the other side as well, you know, Jordan, Friendly, Genio. I thought that they might be a little bit stronger if Genio really pops off, but not really to the point where it's everyone popping off except for Team Castle. It's kind of really, I don't know what to say about this. I really thought this was going to be a back and forth, and it doesn't look like it's going to be. Moose and Jordan, completely unbothered by anything, roaming all the way on top floor, both of them, unnecessarily, but confident enough to know that they don't have to worry, because, well, what's really going to stop them? Dentist wastes an EMP on the door to, I presume, get rid of the Mew Jammer, which you can just shoot. So, I don't really see the idea there. It's Cloak with the Amaru who makes his way upstairs, aware of the cab inside a kitchen. What the? Why does he have the shotgun? Oh god. Dentist as well taking a lot of damage inside of Trench. Moose dead. I don't know where from. I missed it. I was laughing. Jordan still on the room. Genio joining him now shortly. They take out Big. Unfriendly does. And again, any advantage that these attackers might have, or the Team Castle might have, they lose it pretty much instantly. It's Cloak and Klein trying to do a roam clear, I guess. But it's not really being done well. And from inside of Blue, Unfriendly takes out Dentist. Genio takes out Cloak. A refrag. Nope, that was not a refrag. Genio runs with the pistol and he goes for that. What the fuck did I just watch? Right, well, GG Team Buck or Team Castle. That was a valiant effort. But what the fuck was that, Ryan? I think that was just, they knew that there was nothing they could do, so they just kind of did whatever. Yeah, this was supposed to be a Sweaty exclusive because that's what Genio requested, but clearly it's not what really happened, so. I mean, what do I really know? Anyways, I don't know if we're going to be doing another scrim after this. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know if anyone else wants to, so I'll put this on break, but it might be goodbye for now, or it might be goodbye for the evening. Anyway, see ya in maybe a bit.